Welcome back to Synergist. Today we are gonna do an amazing thing to understand a little bit more about energy. Because remember, I make these videos to change the way you think about energy. And I do believe that education in energy should be a priority for everyone to understand deeper things about humans and about themselves in different fields: health, history, science, spirituality, everything. Because remember as well, everything is energy. And once again, this is just not talking about energy, woo woo, wah wah. No, this is real education, and this is just the basic things for us to go to the next level. And the next level is no better or worse, it's just a different level with high secrets, high knowledge, and also big responsibilities. So, having said that, I would love to talk today about slavery and energy. Why? Because at the end of the day, we are just using our energy. We're investing or spending our energy in every single action that we do. So think about this: a wise wizard will use his or her energy wisely, right? If a wizard doesn't use their energy wisely, and they use energy for power, somehow they will enslave someone else. Whereas if a wise wizard used energy wisely, sponsored by love, that is not slavery. Why I'm saying this? Slavery has been part of humanity for its entire time, okay? From the beginning. Why I say this? Because we can see in history, our current history, we can see that we have had a lot of issues about different civilizations conquering another civilization, and this civilization conquering another civilization, slaving people, conquering people, of course killing people, which is crazy. But yeah, it has happened. This is really low vibration, okay? This is really, and remember in other videos that low vibration equals hell, okay? Remember this. Once we talk about, for example, in every single religion, which again, I don't follow any religion, I learn from all of them. Low vibration, when someone is in a low vibration, is in hell. And when they are in high vibration, they are in heaven. Once all the scripts and all the things talk about heaven and hell, is just a state of mind. It's just a high vibration or a low vibration. So, having said this, slavery is equal to low vibration. So if we can see that humans are slaving other people, is because they are working and operating from a really low vibration. They are literally living in hell, even for themselves. Even if they don't realize it, they are living in hell for themselves, and of course for those people that they are slaves. Okay, and yeah, this has happened in history, and we need to understand as well that it used to be more physical, okay? That different state of slavery. Slavery is just not physical. Used to be in the past, used to be more physical, used to be more, for example, wars or like the colonization. It was more physical, okay? The control of others in a physical way, in land, in like selling slaves, controlling population, physically controlling population, um, exterminating people. All these things is physical slavery. But I want you to understand this. This is in 3D, but you can enslave people in 5D, which is more related to energy, which is more related to mental and emotional. Okay, once we talk, for example, about 5D, we need to start understanding that it goes beyond the physical realm. Okay, it goes beyond the body, it goes to another realm, and this realm is more related to the ether, that is more related to mental and emotional. So having said this, it makes sense that it makes sense to say that you can be a slave, you can be an slave through mental slavery or emotional slavery or spiritual slavery. I do believe yes. That's why I'm sharing this with you and giving you even some, using logic, using energy concepts as well. And for you to maybe start changing the concepts that you have about slavery. And it's super important, super important to understand that maybe nowadays we don't have so much physical slavery, but I do believe that we have super high levels of mental slavery and we are working on them. Okay, mental slavery could be what, for example, news that are controlled by specific people, specific companies, that they just want you to know certain things, but to not know another certain thing. So it makes sense to say that this is mental slavery. Like, you are controlled, you need to do this, but you cannot do this, or you need to know about this, but you don't need to know about this. There is no freedom there. If it's not freedom, it's not love. Always freedom is related to love, and control and slavery is related to fear. All these people that they want to control others, they are operating in a really low vibration, which is related to fear. Okay, so even if they believe that they are on the top of the world, they might be on the top of the world in a physical realm, but they might be in hell in 5D with their mental and emotional intelligence. I want you to understand this. Some people can consider themselves to be the top of the world in the 3D, okay, in matter, but literally they are completely in hell, okay, in low vibration, if we start talking about how they are in a mental and emotional and spiritual level. Okay, I wanted to be more focused. I do believe if you are watching this, you are the future. And also, I do believe I want you to concentrate. If you want to be the top of the world, you can be the top of the world in the 3D, but also I would love you to be part of the world, part of the top percent of people in the 5D as well. And this is just related to mental, emotional, and spiritual intelligence and success in this level. Okay, this is way more important because we are working with energy. If you understand this, you understand that by you being the top of the world in these things, you actually can manipulate energy with a loving way. Just not because of power, but because of love. So again, mental slavery is there. I just gave you just one thing about news, about how all the information that we are collecting every day, information that is rubbish, okay, that we are spending so much time on really, I'm sorry for that, but really shitty things that doesn't provide any value to your life. All these things is mental slavery, and you can be a slave and you even don't know. So I want you to be a critical thinker and also an emotional, a smart and intelligent person, for you to understand in which level you are from that. Okay. And anyway, humans, we are actually facing this part, physical slavery. We are working now on mental slavery, and it will go to a point to go deeper on this will be emotional slavery, and later the last point will be spiritual slavery. So we are working on our shadows as a collective as well. So it's part of the process. It's part of the process. Is beautiful. Is beautiful. No one says like is easy, but it's so beautiful, and it's just up to us. No one here is perfect. I'm the first one who is not perfect at all, but I do my best to work on myself and in myself every day, and working on these levels to be free. And the last part to be free is free from yourself, from your boundaries, for your mental slavery, your own mental slavery. Okay, of course we are talking about all the things externals that they want to slave us, mental, emotional, spiritual. But the end of the way, at the end of this way, the only war that we will have, and the only slave, and the only owner of that slave is just ourselves. So we need to work internally for us to understand this concept. And literally, the moment we start working in ourselves, we start operating in other realms outside as well. So yeah, you start even even maybe now sounds a little bit like crazy, but you got to a point that you start developing yourself so much that what many people see you don't see anymore, because you have another concept. You are freeing yourself from the physical, from the mental, from the emotional, from the spiritual. So you start seeing more things. You have less change. So yeah, it's a consequence of working in yourself. And yeah, and again, I'm the first one who need to continue working in myself. I know my mistakes, but it's just lessons if we decide that there are lessons. Okay, so having said that, I just wanted to say this. Please remember that freedom is related to love, and slavery is related to fear. So, and there are different levels of slavery. It's just not physical, but also mental, also emotional, and also spiritual. And it's all related to energy. And once again, see you next time for continuing understanding energy in different levels and in different fields for our human evolution. All the best.